then try and reconstruct it that way. But when you got half the face already, then you can actually start building, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And it's a little creepy, but very effective. And this is just it's a process. It's you have to be very patient. You have to you basically deal in monotony, because it can become very monotonous. Because I mean, I've had some images, and I would anticipate that this is probably going to be one of them, where I've spent hours just on a certain section, and the nice thing is that you get, I mean, it's kind of like working on a puzzle, which, I mean, I'm not a big puzzle person, but I have done puzzles, and when I get into them, I've got to finish it. So I'm constantly I become obsessed with, you know, finishing that puzzle. So it's the same thing. You start working on a section of a picture, and you know, you start to get a little frustrated with the section. It's not working out. It's not, you know, it's not going the way you want it to go. So the nice thing about this is that you just move to another section, and then you go back to that section kind of when you get the desire to go back. So yeah, this is starting. It's coming. I mean, this I don't have any. I look at this photo, and there's been other photos that I've restored that I've actually kind of been worried, and I've looked at and thought, how the hell am I going to do that? And then after a while of kind of banging your head against the wall, you stop, because when you stop, it feels really good. You figure it out. I mean, it comes to you, right? So a little bit of experience, a little bit of you know, luck doesn't hurt. So yeah, this whole area here is starting to look really nice. It's starting to look nice and clean. But because this photo was in really bad shape, I mean, you can't get much worse than that. It's like, that's no photo. It's none more. Yeah, it's gonna. And I mean, I'm not opposed to, if I had to, go find stock images of vehicles. I have a feeling that that's probably what I'm gonna have to do if I want to build the upper portion of this vehicle, the car. One of my other options is to just build just above up the where the radiator cap is, and then crop the rest out, and just have the client give the client a smaller version of the picture, or a cropped version of the picture. I'm sure they wouldn't oppose it once they saw this person's full features in the photo. I mean, let's face it, the vehicle's not the primary subject, right? Although it does enhance the photo, I think. I mean, it's a pretty cool photo. It's a nice photo. It's still not the primary subject. So I know some people are probably thinking, hey, you know what, get on that face and get going. What I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of you know what, it's almost like building your confidence before you attack the big section. I'm just working some little sections, starting to see the picture to come into its own, and then work, then, you know, once I'm like, I don't want to say confident, because I'm always confident when I'm working in Photoshop and doing restoration stuff, but it's kind of like, you know, I do this as a warm-up, and not a warm-up for you guys, it's a warm-up for me. I just kind of, you know, you kind of get in the groove and all that, and then as you keep going, you keep attacking different sections of the picture, and then after a while you go, okay, you know what, I'm done attacking all these little dots. I want a bigger challenge, and then what I do is I'll move into an area of the picture where I know I'll probably end up spending an hour, like tweaking and doing stuff and that. I normally use a tablet with a pen, but it is down right now. I'm having some issues with it. I'm in kind of the market of buying a new tablet, but the one that I really like is super expensive, and there's a couple other things on my wish list other than the tablet. So okay, so all of this down here is going to actually get worked and washed. You can just imagine how long that's going to take. Let me work on this, because this will actually show quick results, and it will it'll be something that might look like I'm speeding up the video, but I'm not. I just have my buttons on hotkeys, and I'm actually just sorry, I'm just kind of in a zone right now. I know what I'm looking for, basically, is what I'm trying to say, so I know like in a look, I know what I'm looking for. Like I said, I don't want to wash them all completely out, but I do want to that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to show you why I put that other layer in. Now if I bring it back, it's all back. But if I take my opacity of this layer and I knock it down, I can now control how much of that I want to put in. So I think I'm probably going to take most of it out. Look how clean that's starting to look. All this area here starting to look really nice and clean. But you can tell, I mean, you can tell that it's going to be a long process. You can tell that if I was to build this out by the hour, which I'm not going to do because this client is someone who I know. My time is worth something, but they're not going to get it by the hour billing, because they would never be able to afford the photo, because I knew when I took it on that it was going to be a long job, but it's something that I wanted to do for this person. And Yeah, you know, a lot of times photographers will eat some eat some cost because they believe in the project, or it's, you know, it's something that's going to challenge them. Like, quite honestly, when I was first shown this photo, I was, you know, my first inkling was kind of run for the hills, because I didn't know how I was going to work that upper section of the photo where it's totally gone. Gone would be a good word, or correct word. Yeah, so I was kind of, and then after a while, when I really started to study the photo, I realized, you know what, there's image there that I can pull from. And when I was asking them if they had other photos of the child of this era, they were like, yeah, and they actually showed me some. So I thought, okay, so I have reference and resource material that I can actually pull from. Now here, this is where you kind of don't want to let it run away from you, because that's grass. So you want to kind of just get rid of the spots. So I'm going to kind of go smaller. I'm going to go tight on this stuff. And then what I can do is use my texture tool or my healing brush to give that texture back to the image. So, and the nice thing about this is that it's grass, so it's not like it's corduroy where all the lines run the same way, and they have to be perfectly even and perfectly spread out. This is grass, so there's no real rhyme or reason to how it falls. So you can pretty much do whatever you want in here. I just want to, and I'm not going to take out a lot of the dots. I keep saying that, but I just want to, all the really kind of bright and intrusive specks, I'm going to take out. So I know I did this at the beginning of the stream, but I like doing it every once in a while. I just kind of throw this up and give some props to where I get my music. Incomptech.com. It's all royalty free if you actually flash up the licensing agreements and whatnot. So, and I kind of dig the jazz and the blues and whatnot. So